Do you, in your setting of tasks and targets and working as a team, work at the level of the state you wish we wish we had? Or do you work at the level of the state we've got? Because there are two ways of looking at it. The one is you encourage people to stretch, but at a state whose capability, I think, is questioned for good reason on a daily basis, it might be a better strategy to say, well, this is the best we can do with the team we have.
I think it depends on the reform, John.
Yes.
But obviously, we always go into it expecting the best quality. And I certainly don't think that we go in and try to lowball the reforms. What we want, and I think the 100 megawatts is a prime example of that. So
right.
At some point before this was realized, we were talking about whether it shouldn't be 10 megawatts.
Mm-hmm.
And then, once we had realized that there actually is an excellent case to be made for 100, then we pushed ahead with that. So certainly we have to support reform implementers with implementing these reforms. And a big part of that is meeting them where they currently are and then providing the support that's necessary to speed up the implementation and to ensure that the quality of that implementation is the best that this government is capable of.
I just want to touch briefly, if we can, on one of your other key achievements, and this is for Q1 of this year. E-visa system launched and fully operational in 14 countries. It's been on the table for so long. Surely there were, I would imagine, preparatory talks with a much larger number of companies. It's a relatively small number, and I'm just wondering what's holding up a much larger rollout.
So one of the conversations that we are having, you'll note on the dashboard, we refer to the expansion of visa waivers and exploration of the visa recognition system. And that is green, which indicates that it is a reform that is still in progress, and we think that it's progressing well. So this is one of the conversations we're having with the Department of Home Affairs. So you're right, there was a pilot, and then the e-visa system was rolled out. And the plan was always to roll it out successively to more countries over time. But this is going to occur in tandem with the conversation around expansion of visa waivers. So we don't necessarily want countries that don't need to apply for visas to apply for visas just because we've got an online system. So first prize would actually be expanding visa waivers from a tourism point of view, at least, and that we can achieve through also exploring what we can do to partner with other countries. So, for example, if someone already has a Schengen visa and they have quite a rigorous process, can we recognize that process to ensure that the holder of such a visa then doesn't need to apply for a South African visa at all, even though the system might be quick and easy to use?
News,
experts,
analysis,
where things stand.
What you need to know. Drive home with John Perlman
On 702.